Generic greetings and welcome to Hollywood Animal. Today's beverage is a very distinctive apple and pear soda. I can't even remember how or where I managed to acquire it from, but either way, still a very nice beverage indeed. So welcome to Hollywood Animal. This is basically a movie studio management game and filmmaking game, I guess. Now, I've played and displayed it on the channel in the past when it was in its demo form. This is now the early access release, version 0.8.7 EA, shown on the top right, but there's still a lot of game here, so I'm just going to go to new game and show you a little bit of it. I said a little bit. It's probably going to be a long video, actually, but we'll see how we get on. And yeah, new game is probably the best way to show, because obviously we go through the tutorial stuff and there's a lot of mechanics to get your head around. Nothing that's gonna, completely confuse us, but I think it's just a nice jumping on point to go through the individual stages, and it unlocks the mechanics as you go along. Anyway, I digress. So a new year, 1929, the hedonism of the 20s gives way to the Great Depression, okay? There's gonna be a lot of words in this game, by the way, just sort of bear that in mind, which, there's a cat going after some pigeons, or does maybe. The advent of talkies heralds the golden age of Hollywood, and life gives way to cinema. So it's got this cafe scene in the background there, and that's a lot more colours and a lot of animals. And okay, interesting. Film companies fiercely compete for markets and influence. The strong devour the weak. I think that's what the middle thing is representing there. You purchase a bankrupt studio to build a new business on its ruins. Okay, that's a bit of an opportunity for us, I guess. And we'll have to create the studio. So that says Hollywood Animal, and you can change like the pictures and stuff, so you can have like all different manner of things. What's that supposed to be? Maybe an owl? Okay. Rhino, snake, lion. That's a turkey maybe? What's that? Is that a barcode donkey? Yeah, it's a zebra. Drama llama. Yeah, we're going to go with drama llama. And I'm not even going to rename the studio. We'll just call it Hollywood Animal. So it says name your executive. You got Fred Lawson, Anne Rose, and Johnny Payne. Let's just continue on that one. And we need to select our first film. So we've got Limpin' Luke, we've got Blind Love, and we've got Messenger of Death. I think we're going to go with a Western. So it's 50% action, 50% adventure, and it's Wild West setting. So we will... Oh, actually, wait. That's probably... Messenger of Death is probably more of a fitting one, a sort of gumshoe detective type of thing, and we'll continue. And that's looking quite nice. So, Messenger of Death, genre is detective thriller, modern American city. Events is prison break. One gloomy morning, 7 Quentin Bounty prisoners stunned the guards, stuck in a warehouse and escaped. And most fugitives were starving for theft and assault, but one of them was a true menace. Okay, so let's see. We want to continue, and we're going to obviously put the themes and events in this one, and it's going to give us a little story. I will maybe gloss over some of it, because, like I say, lots of words. So, antagonist is a serial killer. That prisoner's name is Nick Crow, but the papers call him the Courier. Brought flowers to young women and then killed them. After 5 murders, police capture the Courier on a lucky break, but were never able to determine his motives. Okay, the very next day after the escape, the Courier already returned to his old ways, dressed as messenger, delivered flowers to young Rita Peterson, and stabbed her to death. Okay, bit of a wrong, and then continue. And let's see. So, antagonist is serial killer. The protagonist, detective. Okay. And there we go. Bill had little faith in local police, so he hired a private investigator, Harry Burroughs. Harry was a young man, but had sharp wits and keen mind. And yeah, they've just got engaged, apparently, said Bill Zeman, offered helplessly as Harry examined the crime scene. The police had already taken away the body, but the bouquet of roses still remained on the living room floor. Compliments of the Courier. Okay, and Harry is played by Joe Duvall. I'm guessing there's going to be a lot of movie references in this. I think I actually said in a previous video that one of the fun things to do in the game is to try and remake some of the movies that you like. Anyway, supporting characters, sidekick. Harry looked around the house and talked to the neighbours, couldn't catch a lead, decided to contact Kathy Watts, a journalist who covered the Courier murders in detail. Kathy came right away. After the previous murders, he talked to Crow's friends, and learned about a cheap old shack he'd acquired long ago. Alright, so we've got our sidekick, played by Bessie Patterson there, and themed and events, search for the serial killer. All right. Harry and Kathy hit the road. Soon enough, they found the right house. Broken down hut, obviously unsuitable to live in, but the heroes saw a man in front of the house, locking the door. Harry's car approached. The stranger took off running towards the woods. Harry drew a gun and left from the car, but the man was already gone. We scared him off. Let's have a look inside. All right. And inside was 6 diamond rings, trophies apparently. So, yeah. Rita Patterson was recently engaged. The courier. Recently engaged his first victim. What about the rest of the girls? Harry asked. Cappy flipped through the documents in a folder. Interesting. All the victims were soon getting married. 2 couples resurfaced, Rita and Bill. Tragedy already familiar to us. Also, a certain Sandy Wick and her fiance Tom. Okay. So, yeah, apparently they're all connected in some way. Harry immediately had a plan. He and Kathy hired a photographer, posed an engaged couple, made sure capture Harry's rented yellow brick house, the only one in the area. They advertised the engagement in a newspaper morning edition and paid an extra $10 to have the photo printed beside the article. At noon the next day, there was a knock at the door. Kathy opened it and there stood Nick Crow, the courier, smiling nervously in the doorway with a bouquet of roses. This is from a secret admirer. Kathy feigned delight and took the bouquet and ran into it in the house and put it in a vase, leaving the door wide open. The courier had stepped in the house, pulled his knife raised, and then felt a pistol on his temple. Harry's pistol. Okay, so we've managed to get the courier to the house and set them up. The courier grew wild. You don't understand. 2 years ago, I was supposed to marry my dear Rachel, and suddenly she starts receiving anonymous bouquets. I became jealous, but she laughed and accepted all the flowers, no matter how many or how secret they might be. 1 week later, I caught her in Jerk's car. Some Jerk's car, not just some guy called Jerk. I mean, you have to blame the parents for that one. Anyway, all these animals are the same. First they say it's only flowers, and then they break your heart. They deserve to be punished. Courier won't be delivering any more flowers. This time he was sentenced to the electric chair. Harry had another win to his cases. Kathy wrote what the courier called The Messenger of Death, and that's where we get the title of the film. Anyway, so there's the end of that one, and job done. So we get 2 types of ratings. We get the commercial appeal, and we also get the artistic appeal. So 7.9 and 7.8, based on all of the things that we put together, and things like the stars and well, that's a screenwriter. That's going to alter this thing. So you got screenwriter and Joe Duvall has actually died probably after the shooting. Hopefully nothing to do with the shooting. Could actually been a shooting, to be fair. And then we've got scheduled filming is 60 days. It actually took 82. So, like a lot of films, it did run over, but we got there and in the end. And there's lots of stats which we won't really cover at this stage. It's things like, your overall loyalty and the efficiency and things like that. So, continue. And the budget for that one was 431,000 generic units of currency. And I don't know what that equates to in current times, but I'm guessing at 1929 that was a lot of money. So it says here, this is the audience. Messenger of Death is a subtle psychological thriller with a dark atmosphere and engaging dialogue. The film's audience are adult men and women, people who enjoy serious tone and an intricate plot, so it's not a family film. And okay, let's just go to our movie studio and look at that, and that's quite a grandiose building, isn't it? So it's now planning, so yeah, we'll have to click on that one, and we can see we're in the editing room here, and we need to hire an editor and a composer, so we'll go for an editor. I've got either Oliver or Emma. Oliver is an alcoholic, okay, unpredictable and aggressive. Emma is not as loyal, but they are happier and they have a higher rating. I'm going to go with Emma. The composer, we're going to go with Lee again because they're more balanced and they're not a racist, apparently. We have there for one of our choices. I don't think the game shies away from things that I think when you actually load up, it even says about that. Anyway, we've got the Novak Limited, which is for the film development. Quality is low, and it's going to take 36 days. Price is, say, 9,000 generic units of currency. So we're going to have to pay a little bit more for the web cine company, and that's only a medium. Well, it's medium quality, and it's a little bit more expensive, but it's actually going to be a bit quicker to do. So I'm going to go with the better one. Music recording, we're going to go with the Hollywood Concert Hall, and the sound recording, we're going to go with Sound Magicians, and start post-production there. So we've got all the crew in the background, and we'll also have to basically set up I'll have to basically set up some heads of department, hire some employees. So human resources, we haven't got a human resources person. Let's go with maybe Mark's Clark, and we'll confirm those. And let's go over to all of these here. No head of departments, so we need to hire, according to this, post-production head, a distribution head, and a maintenance head. So we'll go with probably this person. Why not? Because they're the most qualified by the look of it. We'll close that down. And post-production has begun. As you can see, the overall timer. That's fine then. So we're going to go with a distribution department, and we'll have, I think, Charlie here, Charlie Dawson, and we'll close that down, and then we'll go over to this, which is maintenance, and I think we'll go with... Who do we want? I think Cornelius, and we'll confirm that as well. So there's the that part of the tutorial completed, and we need to build a script department. So let's do that. So over to building, and you can see all of the buildings that are in the game. I've only played maybe an hour or so of the game, so I haven't unlocked like a lot of this stuff anywhere. But we're going to start construction, and I think you don't really want to have them overlap too much. I think that's there's something that's like a negative. But I'm going to put it maybe there, out of the way, and I'm going to hire probably the McBrien and Sons, because it's going to give 100% condition. Obviously, we've got loads of money at this stage. Naturally, we want to try and get the best buildings that we can. We've just got a road connection there, which is good, and you can speed up or slow down the passage of time because we have superpowers. And you've also got a reputation as well, which is, like I say, one of the things we have to acquire throughout the game. Evergreen Movies has released an endless candle. Okay. Don't know if such thing exists, but there you are. No movies in theatres, as shown on the bottom right. A lot of the scheduling, which is something we'll do later on, that's something that we won't have to do with this film, because obviously it's the first film, and it's just going to sort of do that for us. Bit of a sort of almost a sandstorm, it feels like, but it's quite breezy there. So Johnny Payne, financial executive, got divorced a couple of years ago. Figured I was out of chances until I met Gilda. Spent all of our time together. We can't get enough of each other. Always liked that in the beginning, but we've been together a year now, and we like a drug to each other. Okay. Apparently... Oh, yesterday I nearly made a mistake in the paperwork that could have cost us a lot of money. So, let's see. We can either say, sure, start controlling access. We got to fight our addictions. And are you crazy? Enjoy it while you can. So, if you go with the top one, loyalty will increase and happiness will decrease. The other one, it's basically the other way around. I'm going to go with the bottom one, because why not? And... last month we spent 140,000 generic units of currency, and now we'll go back to normal speed because this thing is ready to get released. So the Messenger of Death spent at this stage another 36,000, bringing the total expenditure up to 467,000. And yes, after all of that post-production, actually things went down. Okay. We'll continue on, and there's some experience for the different characters, which is fine, and we need to select a poster. Okay, I actually quite like that middle one. Let's go with distribution, and it's going to head over to there now, and we can see we've got the cinema, and this is where you've got all of the different movies that are currently ongoing. We'll continue that one, and it's basically going to print this and then just going to shove it there. Studio's previous owners already chose the release date for the film. You'll choose a release date for the next film yourself. Okay, I think that's one of the things I had a bit of a problem with in the demo. This is also the weekly screenings. You don't just own a studio, but a whole network of 91 cinemas. That's pretty handy. You can run your films in your cinemas for free, but that's not going to be enough to reach a wide audience. You have to rent other theatres if you want to solid box office return. So we can increase the screenings, it's happened. So apparently 3,185 of these screenings will take place in your cinemas, leaving 4,000 screenings across other cinemas as well. It's already been set, so there's nothing we can really do. And let's see, continue, and there we go. So the Messenger of Death will be released at the 25th of March, so finally. So it says films promotions a few weeks before its premiere. Advertising has time to gain momentum. Yeah, and again, it just said previously it's been done by the previous owners. So we need to select an advertising campaign. Well, we know it's for adults, this one, so I will select that one. And there's the, coming soon posters. Audiences will soon be watching the first film. Good luck. Confirm. Okay. Messenger of Death. The marquee's been changed there. And back to the studio, I guess. So, what do we have here? We have in Charlie Dawson, head of distribution. If you ask me, Messenger of Death is a surefire hit. Okay. Let's see. Apparently, the parasites from Margins Pictures decided Messenger of Death would never see the light of day. Didn't know who's pulling their strings, but convinced all in the theatre owners to give them our slots. Ah. Okay. Agreed. Let's show them. Let's let them know that a deal is a deal and get our slots back. Or no, keep our heads down. I'm going to say the top one. And that, I basically requires influence points, which we've now spent. You get a lot of these, obviously, choices as you progress on there. 11th of February, 1929. I think the game goes all over to modern day, or at least that's planned. Let's zoom in a little bit. We've got some equipment around here. See a little sort of gantries, scaffolding, cameras, ladders, etc. Yeah, all good, all good. Cornelius Johns, head of maintenance. Right. Construction of the script department is going according to plan, but there is a small snag according to the architect's vision. A large red leaf maple should be the central decorative element. The contractors found a suitable tree in the reserve border between Ontario and Minnesota and already agreed a price. Okay. Let's see. I can give 200 cash and the tree will be on the road. Yes, so that takes basically hard currency. Cash is king according to this. So this is our reserve for, let's call it what it is, bribes. Yeah, okay. How we're doing for this one? Oh, there you go. There's the tree there, which looks quite nice. And the script department is going to be finished very shortly. And in fact, there you go. Construction has been completed. And hire a head for the script department. I'm going to go with, I think, Warren Reinhold and confirm. And that goes there. And favourite genres. Choose the favourite genres. What your item team will specialise in. We need to do 3. I'm going to go with adventure, detective, and do we go thriller or action? I think I'm going to go with maybe action films and continue. No sci-fi yet. So these are the screenwriters, remaining studios, former staff. What's their names? Obviously you can click on Null Trip. We're going to go with the default. Why not? And we can work on new script. Select the script department building. Okay, so we'll do that. And yeah, it says that the department works with several ideas for the first script. So we'll go ideas. We've got action, modern American city cop, or adventure, modern American city working man. Choose the idea to develop into a full screenplay. I'm going to go with the one, the working man one, film content. Screenwriter selection. We've got a couple of options here. A gambler, racist, or lazy. We're going to go with the Walter West, who's a bit lazy, but they're good at adventure, and that's what we are working on with this genre, so we will start writing that one. We have to name it, so yeah, I'm probably actually just going to call it Working Man. Continue to develop your film studios, keep the success, pick and upgrade for this department. And this is where we've got lots of choices, so no matter who's working in the script department, no one is better than what film needs to be successful. What's this one do? Story workshop, and opens a story workshop building. We'll upgrade that. Look at how big the upgrade tree is. It's absolutely massive. Okay, let's just close that down and close that down. And it says build a production department, build a pre-production department. So let's do just that. So production, and actually, should I do pre-production first? And oh, okay. Apparently, you really don't want to have it too close. Let's put that there, and we're going to go with McBride and Sons. We're going to start building of that one, and that was pre-production. I want to go with production, which will fit in there quite nicely, and select that one and continue. Okay, how are we doing for Messenger of Death? 6 days remaining, and then we'll be able to, I was going to say ship it. Is that really the right thing? Anyway, Messenger of Death, add a tagline. The flower killer. I was going to go bouquet, but I know for a fact I'm just going to spell it wrong. Release the film. and out it goes. So we're going to see if we can make any cash. So apparently it's a Kino Mark rating, measures the audience reviews on the day of the premiere. If you're sure, release quality film, but people aren't appreciating it, then you may have lured the wrong audience to the cinemas. Okay, so Cornelius Schrodinger, exquisite cinema-esque, was that? Roy Cox, Fun Times, Earl McIntyre, Thrilling Crimes. It's a 5-star rating on that one. And Janet Foley, Southern Night, 3 out of the 5 stars. So we'll continue on that one. There's a bit of experience for all involved. Let's continue through all that one. And let's see. And that's going to be even more spent. So that brings the total to just under 500,000 generic units of currency. But let's see if it makes money. I'm going to guess it will do because it's the tutorial, and bankrupting us in the start of the game is probably not great for audience retention. It takes a while. It goes week by week's earnings, not like day by day, as far as I'm aware anyway. Or maybe it does. No. Oh, and there's loads of influence as we go over to the 1st of April. Okay. And we've made some money. Yes, 160,000 already in profit, so that's great. We're still writing to the very top. All right. And let's see how we're doing. I'm seeing, look on the bottom right. Felix Hill borrowed a little money from some people who seemed like good guys. They had honest eyes. I'm a great judge of people, but now some annoying jerk is following me around everywhere demanding I pay off the debt. Okay. Can you let me go for a couple of months while I sort this mess out? Yeah, I guess so. So that's increased, I think, their loyalty, that would have been. Is it loyalty? Happiness, actually, but there you are. So, is that meaning that the script is not getting... No, the script is getting written because it is. There you go. So, it says the first 4 weeks were a successful film, still making a lot more at the box office than we're paying in rent fees, make a lot more if we extend our original distribution. So I'm going to say extend distribution. It actually ranked first a couple of weeks after there, and construction completed is pre-production. You're probably going to have to pick ahead of that one. I'm going to go with Ellis Fleming, and we'll have soon, and there's some actors there, Jane, Sarah, and Russell, who looks like they've just stepped off from a Navy ship. And what's this? Actors as well, Gabriel, Peter, and David. Continue. And directors, Anthony and Lewis. Continue. So, we now have a bigger cast of characters. We don't have any technologies in here. You can click on that one and we got the, different technologies of the day. And this is Lydia Globe. Legend Lydia Globe is back in the saddle. Lady, expect you to start a new film right away. You can say, I need an actress now, your vacation's over. Of course, I'll give you 3 more months if that's the best thing. I'm going to say that one just to increase the happiness. It's probably the way to go. Messenger of Death still ongoing, which is handy. And we've got all these little upgrades that we can select. I'll probably look at that later on because almost certainly the tutorial's going to chip in. It's going to chime in at some point and say, hey, can we do this, please, and thank you. Construction is completed on the production, so make movies, and we need a head of that one, so we're going to go with Guillermo Castro and confirm that. It's trying to hire the best possible people. Build a level 1 soundstage, and Jane is coming back out of retirement. Okay, build a level 1 soundstage, and script department also has the upgrades, which is the story workshop, which is good. So you can develop new story elements or go with sequels. I'm going to go with develop new story elements. I'm going to build, and it's going to be what's going to build? Build a story workshop is what it's going to ask me, and I think it has to go inside this area of influence here. That's what that's all about. So I'm going to put that in there and start construction on that one. I'm also going to build a soundstage, which is going to be a level 1. Start construction, and where can that go? It can go pretty much anywhere. So why don't I just put it down there and start construction on that one? Good. Okay. Messenger of Death still making us nice amount of money. It's up over 2 million, 2.25 million now actually, which is good. And I think we'll have to do extend distribution again. I mean, it's still making money. It's still making money. Audience is 66% on week 4. Week 8 we got 23, but it's still ranked first. I'm going to extend distribution. I don't know if that's the right course of action, but we will see. See how we get on. To the very top has almost finished its script writing, and that means that we get, there we go, we've got the rating for the audience and then artistic, 2.6 and 2.3 respectively, and a little bit of experience for people. Continue on that one, and then we're going to continue with that one as well. And this is where everyone gets round, and is this going to be for casting and such? So we need, to the very top, these are the places where the events of the film take place. Characters spend most of the time in the locations highlighted in gold, so most of the filming will take place there. Only minor scenes will be filmed in secondary locations. You need to decide which scenes should be shot on a soundstage, which would be better filmed on location. And we'll do that in a moment. Select the quality location of a soundstage. It's based on film equipment, scenery and design, outdoor. The emphasis is on the beauty and authenticity of natural lighting. If you plan some of the scenes on a soundstage, you'll need to select which soundstage to use. So you can always change your mind about this project and cancel it, and the script will be shelved. I'm going to go for a soundstage. We haven't actually got a soundstage at this stage. I guess we're going to go with cinematographer, and do we just shoot everything on location? I think so. Or can I can only really do that. How far can we go? Yeah, it's just going to be 1 star for the full lot, and continue. And it shows you the total filming time, which is 62 days. That doesn't account it doesn't account for any delays, should I say. Filming technology is Dupla. Sound technology is the Sonotone, and we can see we've got extras. We can put some extras in there, and we've got plenty of crew if we want to. Yeah, we're okay. We'll do that. And continue. We need a producer, so I'm going to go with Roy the Gambler. The director is going to be Lewis is a perfectionist. I'm guessing, lead to stress and overwork. Okay, genres. There's no established genres for this character, so I'm going to select that person. Let's go with working man. We've got Jane Fisher, who's conceited, demands more respect than she merits. Okay, genres. We are working on action adventure. They are good with none of those. Action, comedy, adventure. I'm going to go with Sarah. They are undisciplined and an addict, but they're a bit better for this role. Damsel in distress. We've only got one. It's going to be Jane. And what else do we set up? Is that about right? Oh no, we need a mentor. And we need a mentor that's good at action. And yeah, so the fist is action, and detective, no, it's an adventure. And what about this person? No, gonna go with what's that? Hot-tempered. Okay, and leader, likes to take charge. Well, maybe not for this role. Misogynist. I'm going to go with Gabriel, maybe. And the criminal mastermind, we'll go with... I mean, it might be a good idea to have someone who's hot-tempered in that role. Yeah, go on, why not? And lately, I often hear of ageist number. Even at 80, a person can feel young, but when people go to movies, their expectations can be more conservative. Everyone wants a hero's love to be younger and want an evil sorcerer to be older. How old are the... This is 35. Okay. Well, I can't do anything about these two, but I can probably go with criminal mastermind. Someone who's just... Should we go with the oldest person on the list? Russell. Actually, wait. I'm going to get rid of those two. We should go with the oldest person. So Gabriel, and the mentor is going to be... we have to have someone who's probably a little bit older. Go with Russell and continue. And... need to begin pre-production process, you'll need first to officially stamp the approval. So let's stamp it, and we will start the project. It says 62 days, already spent about $250,000 there, but it is now ongoing, and I'll start writing some new scripts. Pre-production department, we finished the level 1 soundstage. Soundstage 1 is what I'm going to name it because we don't need anything special, do we? Players return from vacation, that's Felix. Okay, that's one of the writers. And let's see. This is distribution results, and it's not making any money, so we'll end distribution. Okay, fine. So we'll send to the archive. Total profit for this one was 2.3 million, so that's good. This is Fred Lawson here. I was poring over a pile of documents inherited, came across something rather interesting. Turns out that the previous studio promised the late Joe Duvall the 25% box office of The Messenger of Death. Ah, right, okay, so... yeah, family doesn't even know about the document. So we can either say this conversation never happened and you never saw the document, or maybe his father will drink all the money in a week. We still have to pay. We're going to go with the morally correct option, I think, in giving him what was owed and agreed upon. We'll open the story workshop. And what have we got here? Create new. Okay. So you can name the movie. So, yeah. That's like a... I don't know if the Sword in the Stone is... Yeah. I don't know if that's actually representative of what we're going to make. I don't think so. We're going to call it the Nightclub. With a night with a K. Continue. And it's going to be maybe a... drama... thriller? Detective thriller? Look at that. So, based on how you... drama... comedy... historical... Yeah, let's go with a historical... adventure film? Yeah, why not? Continue. And it's going to be in a fantasy kingdom. Continue. And we need... Yes. Protagonists, antagonists... remember, not every film needs an antagonist. A romantic comedy, for instance, can do without a clearly defined villain. Protagonist. We're going to go with a knight, and the antagonist is going to be maybe evil witch. Supporting characters is going to be a mentor, love interest, sidekick. Sidekick, yeah, why not? And you can switch a couple of things here. Mentor, maybe. Yeah, we'll have a mentor. Themes and events. Prison break, bank robbery, jousting tournament. Yeah, and I think we need to select a screenwriter. I'm going to go with Felix because he's just come off holiday, so quite frankly, get on top of that. Alright, good. I'm sure we can select this and get some different options. Production support. Make shooting on site more comfortable. Double experience. I'm going to get the double experience one. I'm going to also select some things here. Medium landscaping. Repair crew. Repair buildings. Water tower. Supply studio. Water source. I don't think we need that. Power plant. Going to go with repair crew. Start upgrading on that one. Over here, we'll go with... what have we got? Post-production. Film lab. On-call focus groups, professional post-production facilities, twice as much experience. Again, if we go for experience early, that might help us out. Marketing and outreach, theatre management, analytics and statistics, and a printing office. Print duplicates of the films within 5 weeks. I'm going to go with maybe analytics and statistics. If you can't measure it, you can't manage it. And let's see what we've got here. We've got PR department, double reputation. Upgrade on that one. We've got, what's this one? HR department. We've got service or ethnic composition. What's services? Where you can offer your employees gifts, services, and entertainment, or maintain ethnic composition studio. What else have this? We've got mothball buildings, legal, different staffing levels. Oh yeah, we'll go with the staffing levels. Head down that route. And we've got finance department. I guess we'll go with the only option available to us. And another only option available to us there. Okay. I don't know if the tutorial is going to pop up and tell us we have to do more of that. There's another one here. Sets and props, casting office, technical support. and scouting office. Going to go with sets and props. There we go. Okay. Any other buildings that we can make? We've got a soundstage. Don't think we need another soundstage, but would it be... No, I'm not going to make another soundstage. I don't think it is really worth it. So anyway, we're making the nightclub. I think you can also go with just ideas as well and just, you know, set them on the go. So let's go with Clumsy of Comedy. Yeah, let's action comedy and an action cop. Let's go with that one, and we'll have in the lazy Walter West start. So we've got multiple things getting written. We won't be able to shoot them all together, obviously. To the very top. Production results. Continue. And continue. And start production. To the very top. No soundstage services. We just start production, don't we? Yes, okay. So that's working. There's the nightclub and drink from my soul, I think. Lydia, I feel my vocal cords strengthening, timbre is developing, and I am honing my direction. I'll soon star as the stage and screen. Show business won't wait, or okay, take 2 more months. Go on then. I have a feeling they're just not going to turn up. Anne Rose, Public Relations Executive. Got a call from Ed Miller, a journalist at the Los Angeles Tribune. Says he fell in love with our first film and wants to honour him with a tour of the studio. I'm no idiot, of course. Miller doesn't write about movies. An investigative journalist. Recently, cement plant in Santa Barbara was closed after one of his articles was published. And for the record, the cement they had made was in excellent, one of the 10 best in the state. Okay. So... let him wander out of the studio and write whatever he wants, even if he's lying through his teeth. Nobody reads newspapers anyway, or agreed not let him in. I'm going to agree not letting him in if they're going to be, looking for that. Some items on your task list are marked with an exclamation point. Click on these for more information. Okay. So, one of the actresses will give the Los Angeles Tribune Miller a tour of the studio within a week. Actress must be under 30 and have a loyalty above 50. Oh dear. Right. So, that's not happening. Yeah, we don't have anyone that can... Okay, so I'm guessing the guy's not going to get his tour, maybe? Yeah, didn't work out. So they're probably going to write... Yeah, bad article anyway. You allowed Los Angeles Tribune to free rein the studio, took full advantage of the opportunity. Scariest part is how much time you spent in the accounting department. Okay, let's see what happens tomorrow. I'm guessing not good things. Okay. According to Miller, some of the studios loaned alcohol money through their cinema chains. Was it necessary to buy the studio? They just gone bankrupt? Certainly not. To make movies, I think is the answer. Minus 40 reputation. Well, that's suboptimal, isn't it? Continue. Alright, fair enough. The nightclub is going to be finished shortly. Script department has got new story... developments, and we can go with develop new story elements there, or sequels. Let's see. Develop new story elements by categories, or story elements. 6 story elements in the story workshop. Rolling edits. What's that? A screenwriter can correct problems in the script during the filming if necessary. Let's go with that one. I have a feeling I'll be spending a lot of time in the upgrade tree. Nightclub is about to finish, and there we are. It's got a rating of 2.7 and 2.9. Alright. And there's obviously the experience for the writer. And script's rating is lower than the writer's grade because how poorly the story elements just fit together. Brilliant. So I messed that up, didn't I? Okay, continue. Let's start the project. I'm going to see how it goes. You know, we might as well shoot it. And... let's see. It seems like you don't have enough people right now. Keep that in mind. You can hire additional employees. Up the casting office upgrade. They can hire actors, directors, and cinematographers. And yeah, I guess I can set this on a soundstage if necessary. So the castle and surroundings is on location. Fairy tale towns and streets on location. City interiors. We'll shoot in the soundstage because why not? The forest. Actually, no, because these are all. Yeah. Fairy tale creature settlement. I think we'll shoot all these, there. Soundstage and soundstage for those latter two. Continue. Filming technology, we'll select. All standard. More extras, more crew. Producer, Vincent. Director, that's going to be the disciplined Anthony Campbell. The knight, we're going to go with Peter, because they're young and they're a leader. And the mentor, the mentor's going to be younger than this person. Right, that's not going to happen. Let's go with that one. Sidekick. Yeah, we don't have enough. We just don't have enough. Can I shelve that for now? I think I can. Planning the nightclub. It says, sometimes accidents happen during production. You can intervene or try and solve a problem, or you can just ignore it. Okay. So, the nightclub. So, Sarah Frid brought a cat to set. The thing ran away. Now Sarah's crying non-stop and can't focus on her role. Filming stuff for 10 days to look for a cat. Or not my problems. Okay. I'm going to say, tell everybody look for the cat. So that's the problem. We have the casting office, which is not yet available. Research, build a casting office to hire actors. Okay, so simply not available at this stage. So we'll get one of those, later on. Casting office, we'll have to jump on that one. Anyway, so we are working with, another chat here with Warren Reinhold, head of script department. Have you heard of Wandering Malcolm? God knows what his real name is, just everyone calls him Wandering Malcolm 4 years straight. He's been knocking on the door for every film studio and find script under his arm. He's an odd one, sometimes real noisy, even a little scary. Sometimes he calms down and gets all sad and sits smoking by the side of the road. And this morning he literally jumped on top of my car and handed... You've got a look at the title of the page called Rotten Fate, while a madman was scrambling around my windshield as about to call security. And then I thought, what the hell, maybe we'll take the risk. I'm going to say, we can either give him 1,000 to get that, or maybe not. No, we can't even film what we've written anyway, so yeah, that's not happening. Let's go with really fast speed here, because we're working on the very top, and then we've got this drink from my soul, but I think we'll, probably get the nightclub on the go, even though it's going to be a fairly poor thing, I believe. Lydia Globe, ready to shine, feel empowered, inspired, creative, and I'm guessing they've returned. Yay, new actress, they've finally arrived. Okay, that is handy, and we've got the script results for this next one. This was a story idea by the game, not by myself, and it's not a bad rating. Lots of experience there, and let's start the project. I'm going to say start the project. I should have actually shelved it. I'm going to just immediately shelve it because I can't do anything about it. That goes over there. Actually, I believe we can get that off the studio here. That's filming results. Spent this stage, it is 218,000, and the rating has gone down for both of them. Perfect. But experience has gone up, and lots of experience for all of the cast and crew on board here, and apparently filming stuff for 10 days, and the loyalties increased. So I'll start post-production, and let's see what we have to do here. We've got an editor, we've got in the alcoholic Oliver Grant, or we've got Emma Berry. The composer, we're going to go with Lee Woods, who looks like they should be in a detective film. This is action-adventure. We'll basically put all of the medium quality stuff in this one and start post-production. And then I'll be able to get the other one on the go. So the nightclub, we've already got a lot of these set, but we can now get some sidekicks. I think what we're going to do is Evil Witch, we're going to go with Lydia, because they're back on site now. And for the sidekick, we're going to go with probably Jane, and let's continue on that one. And total time is 144 days. Wow. Okay, that's for production. And I guess, let's get that stamped and start to get it shot, basically. All right, that's on the go. And, Fred Carpenter, Mayor of Los Angeles. Okay. Took the family to see our latest movie last night, and I've got to tell you, it was lovely. So, Remember last time my wife or daughter laughed so much, it was like going to the amusement park, but we only took 2 hours instead of 6. Of course, it's every man's #1 job, keep the women and children happy, wouldn't you say? My daughter thinks so. You promised me make me happy. About basically, he wants his daughter in a film, isn't it? Yeah. I'll give her a role and release the film within 2 years, but I can't guarantee it's a hit, or give her a role alongside a top actor and release the film within 1 year. I'm going to do the top one just to give us a bit of breathing room. So there's new actors, that's Wendy Carpenter, and the actually loyalty and happiness is really good, but obviously their star rating experience is exceptionally poor because they're obviously new to the business. And another message. This is Arthur Gerstein, head of the Gersten brothers. Okay. How do you like this initiative? Anyone giving you any trouble? If you have a problem with anyone, don't be shy, talk to me. Uncle Arthur can sort everything out. Oh, thank you. I think I got it. All right. Peter Harris. Few actors and directors have ever heard his voice. Apparently that's about Arthur. Even the ones working in his studio. It runs Gersten Brothers through the deputies and assistants. I'd say he's like a emperor who never leaves his chambers. I don't want to leave, I like it here. But I'd like to get a small reward for my loyalty. I'm ready to forfeit 65,000 for my early termination of contract. Let's discuss this. So we're on to negotiations now. Behind closed doors. All right. That was definitely a behind closed doors sort of chat there. And dozens of other companies' shares have fallen by 30% at the end of the stock exchange. Oh, that's not good. And after 5 years of heavy drinking, David Gutman fell out of a third-floor apartment window straight on the sidewalk. Fortunately, he walked away with a few bruises, not before he spent some time crawling around an amusement. Let's see what's going to happen here. Is it going to be reputation that's going to be hit? No, actually. Not. Let's just see about this next one then. So it's to the very top. Let's continue. The ratings have gone up a little bit, as has the experience. And what do you want to pick for this one? I quite like the end one actually. Distribution. This is where we get to set up now for ourselves where this is going to go. So we can slide it round. I think I'm going to place it maybe in sort of. That's just before Christmas there, isn't it? Let's see. Let's place it there. And we can say our screenings. All of our screens for the lot. Why would we not do that? And then we can set others as well. It's going to cost a lot more to do it. Do we really want to do that? Cancel. I'm not going to show it at. Maybe we'll show it other screens for a little bit. How much is that going to be? That's going to be a lot of money. You know what? I'm not going to do it because if we look, basically, maybe we do a couple. It's the rating. That's the problem. The rating's not very good. Film copies and printing. Let's go with this one. Express printing is. Ooh, yeah, that's not happening. So printing film copies, I can put it against No Apologies Accepted, which is a Great War soldier film, as opposed to our action and adventure. So it's actually, they're not really going to be competing in the same sort of space, are they? I'm going to put it just after distribution and apply that one. I don't know if that's correct, but the fun's in finding out. And advertising. So we want advertising there. Where do you want it? Maybe back a bit. Get that, something like that. And action adventure. Do we go with fun for the whole family? It might be wrong on this one, but like I say, the fun is always in finding out and experimenting. One of the strengths of the game. And I think we're just going to wait for that to be printed and see how we get on there. This is the nightclub is ready to go. I'm not going to bother with it. Received an unexpected letter from the Lextra Constructions. They're claiming they signed an agreement with the studio's previous owners. According to the terms, we're supposed to spend $500,000 on the services within the next year. If we refuse to miss the deadline, they're threatening to go to court. They picked the wrong guy. They can take the little piece of paper and shove it, or let's honour it. They sent a copy of the agreement along with the letter, but it's difficult to judge its authenticity. I'm going to go with the bottom one then. And, the fun will be in finding out what goes on there. Oh, preparing for the trial. Let's see. Is this going to work? Probability of success is plaintiff demands 500,000. basically, we can spend influence and get it to 35% chance. Okay, well, that's not good. Let's see if we're going to end up paying. I mean, what's the... Finish preparation. What's, like, the deal? Court decision? We lost. So do we just pay the money then? And then is there going to be... So there's no... Is there any downside? Is there any downside? Because if I pay them the money, they get the money. If I don't pay them, we get taken to court and we end up paying them anyway. And it's the same amount. One single evening in Detroit, 105 people died of alcohol poisoning. Among the deceased was the renowned actor Andy Messing. All right. Well, let's see. Release the film. So, apparently, it is a Kino mark of C, 5.2 and 5.3 rating respectively. And let's see if we actually make some money. The total cost to make the film, make and distribute the film, has been $576,000. And, yeah, let's see if we make any profit with that one. Obviously, oh yeah, there you go, we're already in profit. Anyway, that's a bit of a whistle-stop tour of Hollywood Animal. As I said, there's a lot to look into. Obviously, we've only really scratched the surface. There's loads of upgrades you can get, loads of research, lots of topics that the game doesn't shy away from that we've not seen, but yeah, I do enjoy it. I have enjoyed my time with it. I've not put as much time into it as I would have liked, but as I said, I think we've sort of covered it in a hopefully accurate fashion. We've still got films to make. They're still on pre-production. Obviously, this one's now being released. We've got an agreement to release a Wendy Carpenter movie within 2 years. We've got 651 days left of that, so it's plenty of time. Either way, hope you have enjoyed this little look at Hollywood Animal. I think it is a sort of prime candidate for a series, but if you would like to see that, let me know. And yeah, comments in the comments as always. Hope you have enjoyed it. Thanks very much for watching. Take care. And generic partings.